Hello friends, this is Sagar Birday. We are dealing with electrical drives. Today we will be discussing about the concept of load equalization. In few drive applications, the load torque fluctuates with a very short interval of times. Say for example, in pressing machines, a large torque of short duration is needed while pressing. Otherwise, the torque is approximately negligible. Other examples may include the electric hammer, the steel rolling mills, and reciprocating pumps. In all such drives, if motor is required to supply peak torque which is demanded by the load, then first case, the motor rating has to be very high, and secondly, the motor will draw a pulse current from the supply. When amplitude of this pulsed current forms an appreciable proportion to the supply line capacity, it gives the line voltage fluctuations, and this affects other loads connected to the line. So, the stability of the source is affected. Now, to overcome these problems, uh, we can make use of a flywheel. Okay. On one side of the flywheel, a motor shaft is connected, and other it is connected to the ground. So it can be used when we are making use of non-reversible drives. For this, the motor speed torque characteristics is made drooping. Drooping in the sense it is descending with the torque value. The characteristics are shown here. Now, during high load period, the load torque will be much larger as compared to the motor torque. Then, uh, in that case, the, the closed loop current controls the torque to prevent the exceeded value than the limit value. Now, deceleration occurs when you produce a large dynamic torque component, that is J d omega m by dt. Now, this dynamic torque and motor torque together are able to produce the required torque by the load. Okay, because of this deceleration, the motor speed reduces. Whereas during light load period, the motor torque exceeds the load torque, which causes the acceleration in speed is brought back to the original value before the next high load period. This we are talking about. So it will be like this. It is dropped here, again it goes to the maximum value, again comes down, and so on. Now, in this figure, it shows that peak torque required from the motor has much smaller value than the peak load torque. See here, this is required value and this is peak load torque. For this, a motor with much smaller rating than peak load can be used, and peak current drawn by motor from the source is reduced. It is reduced by a huge amount. Fluctuations in motor torque and speed can also be reduced with this step. Since the power drawn from the source fluctuates very in a small value, this is called as the load equalization. In variable speed and reversible drives, a flywheel cannot be mounted on the motor shaft, as it will increase transient time of the drive by a large value. So if the motor is fed from a motor generator set, that is Ward Leonard drive, then flywheel can be mounted on the shaft of the motor generator set. Next, the moment of inertia of a flywheel required for the load equalization has to be calculated, and it can be calculated as below. We are assuming a linear motor speed torque characteristics in the region of interest. And what is our region of interest? The drooping characteristics. With that, we can write the equation for omega m as omega m naught minus omega mr by tr multiplied by t, and I call it as equation number 1, where this omega m naught, omega mr and tr are no load speed, the rated speed and the rated torque of the system respectively. Now, as the response is very slow due to the large inertia, motor can be assumed to be in electrical equilibrium during only these transient operations. In that case, the equation can be rewritten by differentiating and multiplying J on both the sides. Okay, the equation is J d omega m by dt is J omega m naught minus omega mr by tr dt by dt. Then we have used this as tau m and dt by dt. So where Tm is J omega m naught, sorry, not J, tau m is omega m naught minus omega mr by tr. This term tau m is defined as the mechanical time constant. It is the time required for the motor speed to change by omega m naught minus omega mr when motor torque is maintained constant at a rated value T. Now from these equations, from the above equation, second and third, the tau m can be written as TL, the load torque can be written as tau m dt by dt plus t. We are comparing it with our fundamental torque equation. Consider a periodic load torque, that is a cycle of which consists of one high load period with torque TLH and duration TH, and one light load period with torque TLL and duration TL. If we assume this for high load period, that is T is ranging from 0 to TH, the solution for this equation can be written in this way. T will be equal to TLH 1 minus e raised to minus T by tau m plus T max e raised to minus T by tau m. I'll call it as next equation, equation number 6. Similarly, okay, here the T minimum is the motor torque at T equal to 0. For this equation I am telling. Okay, and if the motor torque at the end of heavy load period is T max, then equation will be T max is equal to TLH 1 minus e raised to minus T by tau m plus T max e raised to minus T by tau m. Similarly, for light load period with initial motor torque equal to T max can be written as T is equal to TLL 1 minus e raised to minus T by tau m plus T max e raised to minus T by tau m, and the duration of time is between 0 to Th, where this T dash is equal to T minus Th. When operating in a steady state, motor torque at the end of cycle will be the same as the beginning of the cycle. Therefore, T minimum can be written in this way: TLL 1 minus e raised to minus T by 2m plus T max e raised to minus T by 2m. From equation 7, it can be modified as 2m is equal to TH divided by log to the base e TLH minus T minimum TLH minus T maximum. Now combining the equation number 4 and 10, we can write it for J, that is moment of inertia, equal to TR divided by omega m naught minus omega m r multiplied by 2m. And what is 2m? 2m is equal to this thing, equation number 10. That I'll substitute here: TH divided by log to the base e TLH minus T minimum divided by TLH minus T maximum. Also, from the equation number 9, 2m can be written as TL divided by log to the base e T max minus TLL divided by T minimum minus TLL. Using equation 4 and 11, the J can be rewritten as this: TR by omega m naught minus omega mr multiplied by 2m, and this 2m I'll substitute here, that is TL divided by log to the base e T max minus TLL divided by T minimum minus TLL. Now, the moment of inertia of a flywheel which is required can be calculated as equation number 14, that is J is equal to WR square, and its unit will be kilogram meter square. Here W stands for weight of the wheel in terms of kilogram and R is the radius in meter. In the next session, we'll be dealing with control of electrical drives. We'll discuss modes of operation of electrical drives and different closed loop control of drives. Thank you.